Hey everybody, welcome back. February 24th, National Tortilla Chip Day. We just did corn chips like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. So they like to repeat these things and just make them a little bit different, I guess. Now granted, we used corn chips for Corn Chips Day, or corn tortillas, to make our own corn chips. You could use floured tortillas today, but I don't like to repeat and do the same stuff. So today, we're going to try something a little bit different we haven't done yet this year. We're breaking out our slow cooker, and we are going to do a tortilla soup, a shredded chicken tortilla soup. And we'll get use out of our tortilla chips because we'll crumble some and put them on the top as a garnish. Okay? So it's a tortilla theme today. We're just not doing a bag of Doritos and calling it a day. Alrighty? So here's all the stuff we need, and let's get started. Okay, here's what we need for today. 3 whole chicken breasts, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin, 1 medium onion chopped, 1 red pepper chopped, 1 yellow pepper chopped, 1 can 28 ounces of diced tomatoes, a can of Rotel tomatoes, 3 cups of chicken stock, 4 ounces of tomato paste, a chipotle pepper in adobo. You could use more if you like it spicy. 1 can of black beans, and some lime juice. Let's get started today. If you don't have a slow cooker, go get one because they're not very expensive and they're great, especially in the winter time if you want to do soups and stuff. The great thing about it is you can set it in the morning on low, because usually you cook stuff on low and it takes about 8 or 9 hours or so depending on what you're making. And you put it on low and you put all your stuff in it and you go to work. And then you come home from work and you open the door and you go, oh my God, what's cooking in here? And you remember that you have dinner in your crock pot and you just walked in the door and it's all ready to go. You ain't got to do nothing. Stick it in a bowl and eat it. Alrighty, so here's our slow cooker for today. What we're going to do first is take our 3 chicken breasts, okay? And we're going to put them in first on the bottom here. Okay. And then to that, we're going to add our cumin and our chili powder. We're just going to sprinkle that right on our chicken, okay? Okay, so we sprinkled our seasonings on there. Now, another thing you love about the slow cooker, we're just going to take all of this stuff and dump it all in there. How could you go wrong? I mean, that's basically what it is, and then it just slow cooks for God knows how many hours. So there's our seasoned chicken. We're going to sprinkle our onions, our chopped onions. Make sure we get them all in there. We got our red peppers. We got our yellow peppers. Okay, we got our Rotel tomatoes. Those are the ones that have those little green chilies in them when you make like queso dip. Okay, we have our regular tomatoes, diced tomatoes, okay. We have our chipotle chilies in adobo. These were a little hard to find. You have to go to the Goya section. That's where I found these. So we'll put those in. And it says to use 1, unless you like it spicier. I used like 2 or 3. So hopefully it gives it a nice little heat kick. Some tomato paste. Let's make sure we get that out of there. Okay. Our black beans. And I saved for last our chicken stock because I want that to go in last so we can kind of water all this down, because now as you put that in, you're just going to kind of stir all this stuff on top together because you kind of want it to mix before you start cooking the stuff down, especially the tomato paste and stuff. You want to really get that in there. Okay, you don't have to go all the way to the bottom and, you know, move the chicken around. I mean, you can just kind of make sure everything is mixed. Alrighty, we're done. I mean, I'm not kidding. If you don't have a slow cooker, go get a slow cooker. This one's nice too because it has these great locks on it and handles, and you can, when you're done cooking whatever you're cooking, if you're going to somebody's house, you can go and pick up the whole thing and take it with you, which is great. Okay, so we got all our stuff in there. We're going to put it on high because we're actually going to cook this one faster because we want this one for dinner. If I started early in the morning, I would have done it on low for about 8 hours, but we're going to do it on high for about 5-6 hours. Then we're going to come back, open it up. We're going to shred the chicken in there and mix it all around. And we got tortilla soup. We're ready to go. We got a bunch of stuff we're going to dress it up with. It's going to be a good day. Easy day, good day. See you in like 6 or 7 hours. I think I'm going to go take a nap. Alrighty, so it's been a bunch of hours and our soup looks really good. The only thing we want to do now is we want to shred our chicken. Okay, because remember we put our chicken breasts in there whole, so we just want to make sure we go in and cut them up or break them up. So I'm just going to kind of pull them out and just put them on a board and chop them up into pieces, okay? So we're going to cut up our chicken, shred it up real good, put it back in our soup, and then we'll be ready to fix a bowl, top it, and try this one out. Alrighty, be back in a few minutes. Alright, I figured I'd show you this part. I started doing it and then I was like, maybe I should show them how nicely, boy that's hot. Okay, just look how nicely this chicken just shreds right up. I mean, you know, it's just falling apart by itself. That's how nice it's coming apart, okay? Again, you need a slow cooker if you don't have one. Okay, especially for soups and stews and this soup in particular. Look how good this chicken looks all shredded up. Okay, back in the pot with it. There it is. Look how chunky and beautiful this soup is. Okay. Look at that. Look how nice that is. Wow. Great soup. Now we just got to jazz it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take some sour cream, put a dollop of that right in the middle. Okay. And we're also going to take some shredded cheese. Put that on the top. Now this soup is piping hot, so it's going to melt pretty quick, the cheese and the sour cream and everything, okay? And then we take some chips. You can crush them if you want and just sprinkle them on the top, okay? That's it. That's our tortilla soup for today. Look how good that looks. Can't wait to try this with the chicken and everything in it. It's a shredded chicken tortilla soup. Something different for tortilla day rather than just making tortilla chips again. But let's make sure we get a nice mix of the cheese and the sour cream. Give this one a taste. It's going to be hot. What a good soup. Wow. Got some great flavors with the cumin and the chili powder. It's almost like a chicken chili kind of. Some of you may have noticed who are looking really close. Hey, wait a minute, there's corn in there now. Yeah, about halfway through when I went and tested the taste for salt and pepper, which by the way I didn't add at all. I don't think it needs it at all. With the spices that I used, I don't think it needed any salt or pepper. When I tasted it, I said, you know, this needs to be a little chunkier, it needs a little something. So I took some corn, can of corn, drained it, threw it right in, about halfway through, and let that mix into it as well. Really, really good. And with the crunchy chips, well, the chips are getting soft the longer you sit there, but it's okay. It's tortilla day, so it's got to be tortilla soup. It needs some tortillas in it. Alrighty? Gonna eat my soup. Tortilla chip day today. Do what you want. This was our take on it. I didn't want to do tortilla, just plain tortilla chips again, so I did a tortilla chip soup, kind of. Alrighty? Have a good one, people. See you tomorrow.